Hey everybody, it's Kara at Mom Life. Go ahead and subscribe because I have 10 days left until my due date, March 14th, and I'm going to live stream the unassisted home birth of my fourth child. It's a little girl, Molly Faye. I really want to change people's perspective of birth. When I was pregnant with my last child, watching videos on YouTube really helped me lose the fear that surrounds, labor and delivery, and I would like to, be the birth that somebody sees that helps them. Our bodies are designed to give birth. It's not a medical event. We should not fear it, and it doesn't have to be painful. So if you're interested in that, join me around March 14th. Like I said, only 10 days, maybe less, maybe a little more. My other 3 kids were all born at 41 weeks, so we might have, a little bit longer, but maybe not. Okay, so I usually do weekly updates, but week 37, I just felt so drained and not as hungry, and just not a lot really was going on. But then the day I turned 38 weeks, everything changed. Like I started having, my cervix started opening up. And Saturday, I thought, oh my gosh, is this labor? Because I wasn't having my stomach wasn't getting hard out front, but I could just feel my cervix just opening up. And I checked myself, and I'm definitely at least a 1, and that's different for me because I usually don't dilate at all until the day of labor. So it was just really weird and scary because I've just now this week ordered everything that I needed, and that's all come in, but I just wasn't, I usually give birth at 41 weeks, so it was just a little scared, but it makes me think that she might come earlier than what I'm thinking. So I'm getting prepared now. Like I said, I ordered, reusable bed pads. I ordered the infant baby scale. What else? Just I got the measuring tape to measure when how long she is, and just a lot of things like that. I'm going to do a video of what all I have to prepare for my home birth. And I got, some Depends and things like that. So I feel like I'm ready now, but Saturday I would not have been ready. So yeah, it's so crazy because usually I have the like Braxton Hicks where your stomach tightens, and then in real labor you have the contractions where your stomach gets hard, it's visible. But this time I could just feel myself just opening up, and I could not believe it. And I checked myself the day before and nothing. And then that Saturday it just happened so fast, and I was just like, oh my goodness. But I'm excited, but still I was not ready because my camera wasn't charged, and but now it's okay, you better be ready. So now we have the camera ready, we've got the bed ready, because I think I'm going to do a lot of my laboring on the bed. My last 2 births were at a birth center, and I had water births, but this time I didn't want to get the birthing pool and have to worry about how to fill it up with water that's not toxic and contaminated, because all tap water is. So what I did, I ordered, we have a shower filter, a ProPure shower filter, so I ordered a refill filter for that, and that already came in the other day. So in case I want to do some laboring in the bathtub, I'll have less toxic water. It doesn't get out all contaminants, but reduces the fluoride and the chlorine, and it reduces a lot of things, but it doesn't remove them all. So that makes me feel better. So it's an option if I want it, but I'm going to try to stay out of the water this time because I think it'll be better for viewers, to not just see me sitting in a tub. And yeah, and I'm scared that if there is any contaminants in the water, which if she's born in water around here, around, you know, even in natural water these days, you know, it's contaminated. But sometimes the benefits outweigh the risk. But I just worry so much about the good microorganisms all over. I don't want to kill any of those. So yeah, so I might do some laboring in the water, but I would rather not if I feel like I can stay out of there, just because I'm so worried about all the bacteria that is so crucial, you know, to colonize our colon and, you know, for health. You know, we are mainly bacteria and we depend on it way more than we ever know. And on my gut healing journey, you know, I discovered that even more. But anyways, so I got the filter, and I ordered like a new water filter replacements for my big ProPure King water filter. I got me a new blender because our other one broke, and this one's like got glass because I'll be doing the placenta smoothie, like right after birth, a raw placenta smoothie. And the only thing I need to order is the organic vodka for my placenta tincture. But I'm ready now, and I'm so excited. So this week, so I on Thursday I will be 39 weeks. So I am what is today? Today is Monday. Yeah, so this whole week, week 38, I've been having heartburn, which I haven't had, and like just feeling really anxious to get everything ready. Definitely nesting a whole bunch, like just wanting to clean and organize everything. And like I said, in one of my previous updates, I've been worried about my other three, because we live in a small 2-bedroom rent house, and I'm so worried about my other kids being loud and Molly not getting any sleep ever, because it's hard for my 16-month-old to take a nap, you know, because I got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old running around like crazy all the time. But we got a white noise machine, and that's really helping. So I just got that in this past week, and it makes me feel a lot better. Like, my worries about her not getting any sleep is, you know, well, still there a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was, because I was really dwelling on that. Like, I get fixated on little things at the end of my pregnancy. But I'm just really trying to enjoy, you know, the end of my pregnancy. And like, Molly is still moving like crazy, and my boobs like are getting a lot bigger, and that usually doesn't happen until the very end. So it just makes me think, wow, she's probably coming sooner than what I thought. Just because I had all my other 3 kids at 41 weeks does not mean that, you know, Molly won't be early to the show. So like I said in previous updates, we are going to, as soon as labor starts, hook up the camera and, you know, start live streaming, and I'll do a Q&A, and then I'll have her, and then we're going to do a cord burning ceremony. And then, you know, I might have my husband, you know, read off a question or two at the very end, and then that'll be that. So I just feel like when she comes, that she is going to, you know, I feel like it's going to be really fast and really easy. Speaking of easy labor, tomorrow, Tuesday, I have an appointment at a chiropractor that is certified in the Webster technique, you know, to get my pelvis adjusted, just to make sure that the opening is, you know, everything's structurally okay, you know, the way it's supposed to be, and the nerve supply to the uterus is how it's supposed to be. I've heard a lot of good things about people having babies in like a breech position, or and going to the chiropractor and that fixing that, and then them having a quick, easy labor. So that's one thing I'm doing for that. And I've also been eating my 6 organic dates a day. You can get them at Walmart. They're like $4. And the organic dates, and they come in like individual packages of 6. So every day I've been eating those. And I've been trying to remember the red raspberry leaf tea, but you know, that's hit or miss. But the dates I can definitely tell, you know, give me the Braxton Hicks like shortly after I eat them. But it's like bad. It's like almost feels good, like your body is just practicing. So yeah, I'm so excited. I can't, it's like hitting me like 10 days until my due date. That sounds insane. This pregnancy has flown by, and like, I love being pregnant. I'm really gonna miss feeling her in there and feeling her kick, and but I'm ready to meet her. I'm also nervous, like, you know, 4 kids, like, whoa. But a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's harder to not been a parent at all and go to 1 child. You know, I was worried whenever I was pregnant with my second, but then when I had him, you know, I was like, oh, well, this isn't much different. And my third, you know, oh, this isn't much different. So hopefully my 4th will go like that. But I'm still a little worried about it. But everything takes a little getting used to and getting in a new routine. But my daughter, she's so excited to have a little sister, and you know, they're all so close with her. They talk to her all the time, play with my belly. Even my 16-month-old, he is always like baby or sissy or Nami, and that's what he calls her instead of Molly. It's so cute. He's always loving on my stomach. He knows exactly, you know, that there's a baby in there, and I let him watch his birth, and he's like, that you? That you? I'm like, yep, that's me. And he's like, oh, baby. And then when he came out and cried, he mimicked his cry. So I definitely think he's got a understanding of what's going to go on, and I'm excited for my children to actually be there for this birth. I think it's good for them to see, you know, it's what life is, and it's better than them being gone at grandma's for 2 or 3 days and coming back and, oh, I have a baby. They all know, you know, how it happens, and that, you know, how she comes out. And they've seen a lot of births on YouTube with me. Yep, so I'm really excited, and I hope that watching the birth, you know, helps somebody. That's my main goal, is to help somebody see that, you know, it's not like it is on the movies, and you don't have to be afraid, and you know, it's beautiful and amazing, and it's a gift. And you know, hospitals or businesses and the medical interventions that they do, most of the time, unless it's an emergency, most of the time, they make things worse. And you know, after you've had a few kids, you start to realize, hey, that something's not right about this. So, like I said, my last 2 were born at birth centers, and that's great too. You know, if you're scared and you don't really want the hospital scene, but you're scared to have home birth, you know, midwives or birth centers, that's great. But they also like insert themselves, you know, and it, you know, you're on their time schedule. They insert themselves, they tug on your placenta, you know, because they're ready to go. They just don't let you be a woman and follow your instincts. You know, you can watch my 2 birth center births, and it's just, they're so in there making you feel uncomfortable, letting you know that they're in control. And you know, if you're getting a midwife, I would definitely ask them, you know, can you just sit back and be there if I need you, and let me and my body, my baby, do what, you know, we're made to do. That's what I wish I would have done. But like I said before, we live about 2.5 hours from St. Louis, and that's the closest birth center. And with my first birth center birth, my second child, we were in a wreck. We got rear-ended at a stoplight on our way while I was in labor. So there's more of a risk me driving than something happening. You know, I'm really good at having babies, and especially now that the fear of birth and everything is gone. So yeah, I'm more scared of driving with my newborn in labor and with my newborn home in St. Louis traffic than having my baby here. And if something does go wrong, we're 15 minutes from the hospital. if that, like maybe 11 minutes. So I know that, I just know that everything's going to be okay, and this is the best thing for me and my family. So I hope you join us around March 14th. Turn your little notification bell on. It could be sooner. It really feels like it. She's so low. And speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I know I'm going to get comments about how low she is. People look at me crazy when I walk around the store like, is she going to come out of you? Like, no, because that's what it feels like. But alright, I'm going to give you a belly shot and quit rambling. Thanks for watching, and I hope you join us around March 14th.